Here, and today we have got our most underrated team to ever play in the NBA. Let's go straight into it. So starting off at the point guard, we got Rajon Rondo. This guy, yeah, he's pretty. I'd say he's a pretty underrated player. Actually, one of the better two-way guards to ever play in the league. I say only Magic Johnson could actually hold anything to him. Great passer, but he can't shoot the free. He can't shoot. Yeah, he can't shoot the free, and he's a bit of a knobhead. But yeah, I think he's underrated. He's got championship experience and an all-star, but he isn't really mentioned too much anymore, or that much in basketball in general. Then at the shooting guard, we have got Mr. Sam Jones. He played back with Bill Russell, and if you didn't know, and he is on the NBA's top 50 of all times list, but he doesn't get mentioned too much anymore about that. He was a great teammate, hit those big shots when needed. So yeah, he was a solid player. Then we got Adrian Daltley. This man scored over 23,000 points in his career, but I think he only ever played 2 seasons with Malone and Stockton. So he wasn't really at the point where he could get to the the part of his, like, he played in the wrong time, to be honest. Like, if he was a little bit younger and he played with Stockton and Malone, I think they would have won a championship. And obviously he also had 2 scoring titles in 81 and 84. Then you got your boy Kev McHale. You gotta remember this, guys. He's a very strong, very tough player. Played through a postseason game with a broken foot. Had good career. Great, one of the better post players to ever play the game. Probably is one of the best post players to play the game. Obviously he was under shadow by who is it? What is it? Larry Bird. Why am I thinking it? It's obviously Larry Bird. But yeah, he is a great player. And then Otis Gilmore here. This guy was one of the best individual talents to ever play the game. Very similar to Wilt in his play style. If you didn't know, very big, very strong, good inside threat. Scored like one of the high. I think he has the all-time season record for highest shooting percentage, like 59%, or it's very high, and probably is in the top career. I think he's in the top career as well. But yeah, let's move on to the bench, and we got Elvin Hayes. This guy, I don't think ever gets mentioned very much anymore about as the best power forward of all time. You got to realize he's a former MVP. He's an MVP, got a championship, and is probably got the best combo of big man to big man in with him and Wes Unseld. So I think he's a good player, and I think he's one of the better players to ever play the game. Then we've got Mr. Sidney Moncrief. This guy's got retired jersey, scored 15 points a game on average for his career, and has 2 Defensive Player of the Year titles. And those were the first years they came out. And like, this is like his 6th year he gets them. So I'm not joking. I think he could have got a bit more in them. Like, look at some of these things he's got. He gets 1.6 steals a game. Not too bad from not a bad rebounder for a 6'3" guy as well, but he's a good player. But I don't hear him getting mentioned very much. Obviously, if you watch a Bucks game, they're going to mention him a lot. But if you just watch any old game and they're talking about defense, they're not going to talk that much about Mr. Sidney Moncrief. Then you got Mr. Jack Sigma, one of the best. If you didn't know this guy was one of the best free throw shooters of a big man. This guy shot 92% in his 87, 85, 88 season, and also I went 84% throughout his career. That is pretty solid. And also he was one of the best rebounders of his time. Led the league in it, I think, 1 year. Defensively very good. Has an NBA championship and has 7 All-Stars. You don't hear this guy getting mentioned about being a great one of the greatest players of all time. Then Bernard King. This man is very good. Average 22.4 points a game, 0.5 points a game. He's solid, and also got 6 rebounds per game. One of the most all-rounded like very similar to LeBron James. Like those are stats that LeBron James puts up. And if you didn't know, this guy's not a Hall of Famer. Somehow he is no Hall of Famer. But then we got Dennis Rodman, Mr. D-Rod himself, the Worm. One of the one back-to-back defensive player of the year, one of the best defenders of all time. Amazing defender. Has 5 titles in 15 seasons. One of the most underrated players of all time. And you got to remember, this guy's got like 17 rebounds in one season, and he's only like 6'7", man. There's just something about him that no one else could do. Then you got Scottie Pippen, which can be argued, but for his career he got 16 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists for a 17-year career. That's crazy for a man who played, I think, in Houston, Portland, and Chicago. But obviously, his best time was at Chicago, that's where he finished his career off. And that's where he took that's where mostly he spent his time was at Chicago. But then it all sort of shut down once Michael left. Then it just all sort of stopped. But we're here to talk about how good he is. Like one of the best defensive players at the small forward spot. Just solid player. Then Alex English, who's actually got the scoring title for the 1980s. That's all you have to say about him. Has a scoring title for the 1980s. And then Dennis Johnson, the man that kept the glue together. He just glued everything together for Rock Parrish, Bird, and McHale. And he ain't talked about too much, guys. I think he's solid. He got boards, he got assists, he got points, and in a way he is very similar to Rajon Rondo, but he got obviously more titles and his teammates are a lot better than him, but still this guy needs to be mentioned a lot more than he should do. So yeah, we're going to go into a quick gameplay of the most underrated team ever, guys. So here we go, right into the gameplay here with the most underrated team on NBA 2K15 or in the history of NBA. So yeah, I thought I'd play the 76ers just so I could dominate a bit more, but yeah, this was a lot of fun actually. I did enjoy using some new players I'd never used before. A guy I would strongly recommend you guys to pick up, because I found him very good, was Sam Jones. Man, Sam Jones with that 90-90 mid-range is one of the best shooters on the game, and hit 5 of 8 from the 3-point line. That guy was one of the better players on my team. I thought it was very good. Another player that was very good was Kevin McHale. Hit 7 of 7 from the post, man. That is crazy, man. Kevin McHale hit 7 of 7. That's just crazy, man. But obviously, if you're the highest rated post player in the game, that's obviously to be expected. But 7 of 7, that's solid. Another player I did like was Dennis Johnson. For if you got a silver team, I'd strongly recommend picking him up. Look at that pass to the Worm. Ooh, but I didn't actually have that much game time with the Worm. I put him on the bench for Kevin McHale, so I didn't get to see much of him. But look at him. Look at Kevin McHale, man, hitting that mid-range fadeaway. But yeah, so if you want to see anything else like this, guys, just hit me down there in the comments what you want to see from my channel. Gonna be in the giveaway, the giveaway winner soon. So yeah, another thing is what is it? Should I do some more giveaways? So I keep doing that. Should I do some pink slips? Should I do a pink slip for like this entire team? This team was expensive, man. It was like 90,000, MT. But there are a few good players on here. That Artis Gilmore, solid rebounder. But look at Sam Jones, man. He just hits everything. Adrian Dantley wasn't too bad. But obviously none of those guys could hit the mid range. But I don't like Rajon Rondo. Yeah, he's a good passer, that's about it. But look at Dantley here, turnaround jumper. You know he's going to hit that. That guy's got like an 89 mid-range. He's so solid. But yeah, I'm going to bring some park gameplay soon. Might try and hit up the stage this week. Just want to get some more VC, guys, because I'm not sure if I want to make a new guy or buy some more clothes, make some more shoes. Some of you might be like, just do the shoe deal, man. It takes so long, and then you only get one, so it's not that fun, really, doing all of that stuff. But Yeah, like it's 7,500. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's just some VC. To be honest, I'm not going to spend on anything else. I don't like packs, to be honest. Like, oh, Ken McHale hitting that. That doesn't look anything like him as well. That's hilarious. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this gameplay, guys. Please pick up Sam Jones, man. I could not speak more heavily of this Sam Jones, man. He is solid on his career. And look at this dunk here from Dantley. Oh, beautiful. What an absolute beast from Dantley Bantley. Oh, throwing it down right over. Who is that? I don't know who that was. I think that was from Derek Williams. But here comes another play. Look at him doing that Euro step. Fucking beast mode on this, man. How this guy went so unknown, I don't know. Like, oh, if he just played with Stockton and Malone, he'd probably be one of the biggest players of all time. But I don't know. I think they would have won a championship, but he didn't. So they didn't, which is kind of a shame. Utah kind of building for the future, but sometimes they just got to stop and just build for now, because they didn't last time with Millsap, Boozer, Williams, and I believe there's someone else. I can't remember who they had. Yeah, Karolinko, who was already pretty good, but they never did anything with it. All those guys, they're gone. They're gone. They're not too good, and they're doing okay now, but they're at their best. They're doing okay. They're doing pretty good at Utah. And once Millsap got to his full potential, like he is now in the Hawks, they'd be a championship team, or they could be possibly a championship team in the West. I think, but it's I don't know. They're in the rebuilding stage, but I don't know. I don't watch much of Jazz basketball. It's not the most interesting basketball to watch, really. But yeah, I'm a Houston fan. You know, I can't wait for that game tomorrow night against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't like the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. It's not my team, mate, at all. Look at Alex English. Look at that jump shot. That's beautiful. But yeah, I really hope we win. We're on like a 4-game win streak, hopefully. But they did lose against the Pacers last night, so hey, we got a good chance. And I'm actually going to be able to watch it live for the first time ever this year. And yeah, this is the end of the episode, guys. Please like, subscribe, and in a bit, guys.